Doug Keane here from Family of League. This weekend, Saturday the 22nd of July, the NRLW women's competition opens up with a growth to 10 teams over 9 rounds, and it's the biggest growth not only in the professional level, at amateur level as well in all our districts. Family of League rebranded from Men of League in November last year to better reflect the Family of League that we are, helping everyone from administration, playing, refereeing, all the family and women and men that play rugby league. To acknowledge and celebrate the women in supporting the game, not just that, sports media, club administration, coaches, referees, women involved everywhere in our game and always have been. I've got Renee Gartner here, the media NRL presenter and great ambassador for Family of League. Thanks, Renee. So, Renee, thanks for being here.
No, thanks for having me, Dougie.
Famous name in rugby league with your dad, Russell, and we've got, your grandfather, Jim,
yes,
represented as well, as did Clive, and nephew or cousin, Chris. So
Daniel.
Daniel. I'm thinking of the Mortimers, I think.
That's all right. There's famous families across rugby league everywhere. So
can you tell us about your experiences and how you feel, at the game at the moment, where you are in the media?
Yeah.
Not only the game, but the media. How's things possessing?
Yeah, I think it's possessing amazingly well. I think I had an amazing insight into the game from a really early age. As I said, many of my family members played the game, and so I was exposed to it quite early. And to be able to now sort of go into that sporting realm, I didn't play, so I came in as a presenter and a reporter, and being able to see the growth in the game from the 20 years I've been involved is insane. So at that, when I first started, I was at the Gold Coast Titans in a media role. There was no women's teams at that time, and now for the first time we're seeing those guys play out in the NRLW. Yeah. So I think the concept of it's changed dramatically. There's way more women in the game that are reporting now as well too. So I think it's great. I think it's awesome.
So the game, women is just going gangbusters.
It is.
From under sixes where they played up to 12s in the men's teams, but then they could only play from 13s up. But now we've got, all the way through, it's just anonymous growth. So how do you see the entertainment and media support of the game at the moment for the ladies?
I think it's growing dramatically, and I mean, if you speak to a lot of the female players that are currently in the NRLW, they speak about how they played till they're 12 and then they had to disappear away to other sports for a few years and only to sort of come back in that later stage of life where that pathway is all the way through now. And from a media point of view and entertainment point of view, last year we saw some of the best quality football, and the girls are getting better and better every year. Their technique, the quality of the games. Yeah. And I think, and it's represented in the fact that we've got 4 new teams this year in the NRLW and 9 rounds and some amazing talent. And we've even brought people over from the Super League in England as well too. So but the fact that we're attracting those kind of athletes coming across, we've got Aussie Sevens players that have flicked their sport and they've joined us over in the NRLW. So it's great.
And yourself had a background in boxing, which is a physical sport, as rugby league. How do you see the comparisons there from fitness level, I suppose? Boxers are probably the fittest of any sport, I think.
Yeah, I mean, different levels. So, I mean, different positions in rugby league field need and require different fitness levels and strength and size, and same with boxing. So I guess the similarity there is depending on what weight division you're sort of fighting in, your different sort of levels and strength. And I think both are extremely disciplined, and you need to be disciplined for it. You sort of can't have those sessions where you sort of fall asleep and sort of slack off because, you've got teammates that you need to sort of stand up and lean on and also be supportive too. So I think there's a lot of similarities in that essence.
You work with the NRL in the media, and obviously we'll say good things about the NRL and the game itself. The NRL and New South Wales and Queensland, all the states are, right behind this.
Yeah.
How do you see the support for the game from HQ?
Oh, I think there's amazing support. We've got everything from the launches. We cover a lot of the interviews and stories about some of the up-and-coming players in the NRLW, some of the, I guess, veterans, you would call them. They're a lot younger than me, and I'm calling them a veteran. I think there's a lot. We sort of dive deep into who they are off the field, their community involvement to their achievements on and off the field. So I think from an NRL point of view, we want to see the sport grow, and we want to see these individuals, create success and achieve success on and off the field.
You've been a great ambassador for Family of League.
Thank you.
Know Steve Lowndes, our CEO, very well, and he speaks of you very highly, and he's a Manly supporter as well.
I've paid him well.
I know you are. There's sometimes a bit of a misconception about, men of league going into family of league, that we just looked after elite ex-players.
Yeah.
But that's not the case, is it? We do a lot more.
No, it's not. And I mean, when I first heard about Men of League, when it was called that, I sort of had the perception that it was for professional players. And it wasn't until I got involved in some of the functions, I sort of realised that it sort of encompassed the non-professional side, you know, the family, the kids, the volunteers, people that work within the game, anyone who's touched rugby league in a capacity that's not professional, and that's who it supports. And going to all the days, the golf days, and now obviously changing to family of league, which I think encapsulates the best description of what family of league is about, is supporting people who, you know, need help or sort of are going through a tough time, and I think that's the best part about it.
So thanks, Renee. Thanks for your time. I know
No
you're very
worries.
busy here, NRL media and stuff, so really thank you support. Again, great ambassador for family of league.
And only $25 to become a member as well too, so make sure you
I'll
sign
sort it
up.
for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's right.